Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Short throw caught by Dosich. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Same connection. Dosich once again. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Dosich. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Broncos at 8-2 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Eluding the pressure right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. Well, when they began that opening drive, they didn't have the best field position, but they were able to move the ball enough, Charles, to just get in his range to take the 3-0 advantage.
Absolutely, because considering where they began that series, I think they're pretty happy to be sitting at 3-zip right now.
And a Mile High air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Tag. Ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Trying to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't,
there he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great...
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
looking to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy.
And it's 3rd and short.
You look at this Raiders defense.
Now, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders 16. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Broncos are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Raiders 7, Broncos 3.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but it's going to be second down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Out of the gun now on third down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A stoppage here following the play, and it looks like Josh Jacobs was shaken up and in need of some assistance. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, he'll hand this off. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. Fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They'll look to throw now on first down.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
His throw caught at about the 5. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Broncos 3.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 1. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
2nd and 6. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Marvin Mims as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it makes the score 21-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This time they stay on the ground. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
19 tight.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining, so stranger things have happened.
Eluding the pressure right.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Broncos have got it back to within a score. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
To about the 35, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown! Marvin Mims. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 3. Over the middle, he's got Myers. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Raiders first down.
Let's go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They're going to look to throw. And quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Let's go, let's go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now the rookie's free. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 28. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open, a sigh of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him ran complete.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Looking for a slot man, and he's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. Touchdown, Broncos. What a great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos have taken a fourth-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown on the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
They'll try to run with Swift.
And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This is 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. to throw.
Pass complete. It's Adams.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Big play looming here. This is 3rd and 7 with a crowd on their feet.
Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
He's back to throw.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
That's caught by Myers. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
That escapes the sack.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
This will be caught. Judy.
And they work this out past the 25. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Broncos, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next